Really good. Been watching practice, and that's always the hardest part. So it's good just to put the pads back on and a helmet and get back out there and join the guys again.
You got hurt against Minnesota, right? And then you suited up the next week. Assuming you must not have had any idea that it was going to be this serious, right?
Hadn't I? Yeah, not that it was this serious. I definitely knew that I heard it, but we kind of talked about it. And shooting up versus the Rams was probably more of like a reserve role. And then kind of that week of practice, we reevaluated and looked like it was maybe a little bit worse.
So did you have the option to just rehab or surgery, and why did you go the surgery?
That was recommended. We didn't know that it probably needed surgery until after the Rams week.
Okay. And when did you have the surgery?
Whatever the game after the Rams was.
Okay.
That week.
Cardinals game.
How's your body feeling now?
Feeling good. Still getting back into it. Still working into the ankle, but body feels good. Been in the weight room a lot, so it's been really good.
How hard was it to be a spectator?
That's obviously the worst part of football. Like, unfortunately, I said last year, obviously injuries are part of the game, but again, it's the worst part of football. So tough, good to be back out.
Luke, how much were you able to do out there today? Like drills, just like what were some of the stuff you were able to actually do today?
Yeah, individual was the main focus, and we're just going to ease back into it. But I feel good. Still getting the cutting back, but overall it feels good.
Realizing it's some of this out of your hands, but do you have kind of a timeline in mind that you'd like to get back out there?
I think as soon as practical. So I don't know if there's a timeline, but as soon as possible that they'll let me go, I'll go.
What does that mean, though, to be potentially in the cards here to help with this team and this kind of push at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think it's that I can go out there and contribute in a positive way to the team, whether it's a limited role wherever they see me. But so whenever that time comes, that's when I'll be back.
Just from afar, what have you seen from the tight end room with Tucker?
Been awesome. Been awesome to watch. Fun to watch this team. Obviously, you guys know, really, really powerful team. So excited to see what we're going to do and be a part of it.
What do you hope to contribute as you continue to come back?
Whatever they want me to. Whatever they see fit. That's the coach's job. So whatever they see me doing, I'm willing to do.
Luke, I know you had the extended time off last year with the last surgery. What was it like this time around having that extended time off, just I guess mentally?
Tough. Again, worst part of the game. So always work, but it's part of the game. Injuries are part of the game. So worst part, but you got to deal with it.
How do you stay involved?
Going to meetings, watching film, but just being around the building. They keep you pretty involved. I'm doing rehab a lot, so that's that was my main focus, is getting the ankle better.
You feel like you had a little bit of bad luck here starting your career?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, but it's part of the game, so you got to deal with it.
Is there anything you do to try to handle that, to make sure you don't get in, like dark places mentally or anything? Like, how do you kind of stay up through all of this?
We got a really good training room. They keep it pretty light. They're fun to joke around with, so they do a great job. I can't say enough about those guys. Just kind of keeping it light and keeping it fun, going in there, getting our work done, but also being able to have a light conversation with them.
What was the toughest moment for you during all of this?
I think the toughest moment was always going back to practice. Those first few weeks after surgery, you're kind of just in the rehab room. But once you go back out to practice and watch practice, that's always tough because you really see what you're missing out on.
Luke, you talk about worst moments. What's the best moment? Like, are you like a kid at Christmas and you're like, I got to dial it back a little bit because you're so excited? Or
I think the best moments are kind of when you are able to, your body's able to do what you know it can do. So I think hitting a top speed, you got to find little goals. So for me, it was hitting 20 miles an hour. That was a big goal for me. So just kind of those little goals that getting your body back.
You're hitting. And you're hitting.
And I'm hitting them. Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Saw you reintroducing yourself to Josh Jacobs. What's it like to be back out there with just the team as a whole?
Just fun. They're a fun group of guys to be around. So it's good to be back out there. And obviously you're a part of it when you're not, but not playing. But it feels good to really be a part of it out there with them.